Hi, and welcome everyone today. We cannot wait to see you in a month. I can't believe it's almost here. We're ready to really be in Galway and immerse themselves with so many wonderful sessions that we have coming up. Today, we are happy to celebrate National Travel and Tourism Week, not just today, all week. This week is not just about the impact that domestic has on the U.S., but also international visitation. And TTRA is such a huge international part of what we do. It's key to a lot of our visitation. And this conference is going to be a collection of those research minds internationally and domestically that we can capitalize on everything that is happening in the US and internationally, especially all the events that are coming up to the US soon. And that's going to really play into that international visitation. So we are happy to have everyone join us today for during this National Tourism and Travel Week.
And so just to let everyone know, TTRA is an international organization. We have chapters around the world, and we're so grateful to support them and for all of our members. And as you know, from the think tanks, from the webinars, from our conferences, from everything that we're doing, what TTRA is about is collegial exchange and generous collaboration. And now is the time that we need that because every country that invites tourists needs international tourists, not just the United States, not just Ireland. Everyone needs that because just as people who are coming to the United States spend more money than people who are domestically on average and stay longer, we do the same thing when we go to other countries, and we all need each other. And now is the time where data and research is most necessary for us to come up with a strategic plan to really be able to expand our international tourism as well as our domestic. And what better time to talk about that? Is going to be in Galway, and we're going to be doing that with the experts all across the world in data research in the travel, tourism, and destination space. So we are really grateful that this webinar is actually happening on National Traveler and Tourism Week, and we want to keep that spirit going. And we hope we can see you all in Galway and have some really great and honest conversations about this, and really move it forward for all of us for the success of all of our destinations all around the world.
This is the really exciting opening reception that we have at the University of Galway. Join us for an evening of connection and celebration at the opening reception. Mingle with fellow attendees, enjoy light bites and drinks, and kick off the conference in a lively, welcoming atmosphere. This is the perfect opportunity to make new connections and reunite with familiar faces. Also, a special guest that we are so excited about is Sibel. She's a wonderful Irish singer, and she's going to enchant the audience with her hauntingly beautiful vocals and traditional Celtic melodies.
She's known as the voice of Ireland, so definitely a really well-known singer in Ireland, and she's just gonna be an absolute highlight of the reception. We are so excited to start announcing our keynote speakers, and Barbara Jameson Woods is going to be our opening keynote speaker. She's so wonderful and accomplished. Kathy and Lynn and I spoke with her, and we cannot be more excited to have her opening up our conference. She currently serves as the head of Europe at London and Partners, which is the mayor of London's official business growth and destination agency. Somehow she has spare time doing all that work, though. And in her spare time in 2024, she's just been elected as the first London based president of City Destinations Alliance, which is called City DNA. And that is Europe's most established network of city tourist boards, convention bureaus, and destination management organizations. Under her leadership, City DNA champions a long term vision to grow the regenerative visitor economy, empowering DMOs to deliver meaningful impact and long lasting legacies to enhance the quality of life in European cities. She's hard at work coming up with an absolute unique presentation for us. She's building it from the ground up for TTRA, which we are so grateful for. And it's going to be focused on our conference theme, which I'm sure all of you kind of remember, but just to refresh your memory, is Explore, Innovate, Transform, influencing the future of global travel and tourism research. We could not be more excited to have her on stage at opening our conference. When we have a one keynote a day. And so on day 1 and day 3 are practitioner keynotes, but day 2 is the academic keynote. So Wednesday, the opening session for Wednesday is going to be East. Tusia Daya. And East Tusia Daya is the dean of the Surrey School of Business. She's going to be discussing responsible leadership in the age of AI. And in an era marked by rapid technological advances and increasing pressures for sustainable practices, the travel and tourism industry stands at a transformative crossroads. This session will explore how leveraging the pillars of synergy, strategy, and sustainability empowers tourism leaders to enhance experiences, foster innovative decision making, and ensure ethical, sustainable outcomes. Also, just a wonderful person. She's going to be at the conference the whole time, and I know I'm really looking forward to meeting her in person. It's going to be a wonderful keynote on day 2.
I agree, Anna. Next, we have fascinating Nate Kelly, who is going to be our another great session for navigating new economic norms for tourism, interpreting post-pandemic economic indicators for tourism. Think we have video, correct?
Navigating new economic norms, interpreting post pandemic economic indicators for tourism.
Economy got you down? Financial jitters? Tariff concerns?
The evolution of the global economy over the past 5 years demands that DMOs reevaluate economic indicators with a fresh perspective. Hi, my name is Nate Kelly, and I'm the Director of Research at the San Diego Tourism Authority. Please join me at 9 a.m. on Thursday, June 26th in beautiful Galway, Ireland, as I break down the many resources DMO researchers have right at their fingertips and may not even know it, as well as some easy ways where we can translate the national and international headlines into information that our teammates and stakeholders can actually use. By the end of this session, you will be able to confidently surmise how or if new policies or how the economic news could affect your destination. So don't hide from it. Make sense of it.
Tanya Sultana. So we are super excited that Tanya is going to be joining us today. She has 2 very important jobs as well, just like the first keynote that we discussed with you. She is the head of research for the Malta Tourism Authority, but she is now on her second elected term as the Market Intelligence Group Chair for the European Travel Commission. Tanya is the seasoned tourism research and strategy expert who is based in Malta, and she's been in the business for almost 30 years. For the ETC. She leads the authority's research program and contributes significantly to the development, monitoring, and implementation of marketing and product plans. She is also the Malta representative for the European Travel Commission, and she has participated and presented in research work in several international tourism conferences and webinars organized by Eurostat, the OECD, and UN Tourism. We are so grateful to have her on the main stage at TTRA. Lynne and I met her. She is absolutely lovely. She is so charming. She is so passionate about data and research, and she's been working for a long time with Malta, but because she's so involved with different research programs that are both long-standing and also 3 ad hoc projects a year through across research for all the ETC members, her knowledge of what's going on with Europe, what's ahead, and what's actually what are the things that people are going to be researching there in the next 5 to 10 years is unparalleled. So we couldn't be happier to have her joining our conference.
I don't know how she does it all.
I don't either. She does it all really, really well. And I know that
Right.
Lynn and I thought we did a lot of extra stuff, but we met Tanya and we learned differently. So I think everyone's going to be impressed with her. And also, so what a charming, an absolute, she's just so smart and she never made us feel not smart. So that's what I call like a real superstar in the industry, someone who's just
Very true.
earth and so qualified.
So this session is something we're very much looking forward to as well. This session has a video, so I'm going to just let the video do the talking.
Chris Adams here, Head of Research and Insights at Miles Partnership. What does real success in destination stewardship look like? How do you foster real action and change towards a more sustainable tourism industry? At this year's conference, we're going to be unveiling the most comprehensive research ever conducted into destination stewardship in the United States.
Hi, I'm Selene Mathis, Executive Director of the George Washington University's International Institute of Tourism Studies. We're thrilled to partner with Miles Partnership and the Coraggio Group on this major academic and industry study, which examines 35 U.S. destinations that are leading the way with a new generation of destination management and stewardship plans. We took a deep dive analyzing destination characteristics, evaluating key elements of these plans, and engaging with destination leaders to understand how they're implemented and the impact they create.
Hello, I am Salvador Anton Clave, Distinguished Full Professor of Regional Geographical Analysis at Rovira i Virgili University and co-principal investigator alongside Seleni Matus. This research goes beyond defining destination stewardship. It explores what makes a destination stewardship plan truly effective and how it differs from traditional tourism planning. Through research and in-depth analysis, we have identified real-world strategies used by leading U.S. destinations. We are excited to be joined by three USA and European destinations to discuss their stewardship journey, San Diego, Vail, and San Sebastian, and share key insights and practical takeaways that can help destinations rethink and reshape their approach to sustainable tourism.
So make sure to join us for Destination Forward, Defining Success in Destination Stewardship. It's a must-attend session for anyone looking to create meaningful change in their destination. See you in Galway.
And I'm looking forward to moderating this next session that's going to be at the end of the conference. It's a fast paced, unscripted session where emerging leaders from across TTRA debate key tourism research topics live on stage. No scripts, no set positions, just critical thinking, fresh perspectives, and audience voted winners to close out our TTA annual conference. Some participants include Kia Black, Ashton English, Zach Russell, Katrin Perner, and Alexander Plackner.
The power of citywide conventions. We couldn't be more excited about this session. So, as many of you know, Carly, she is with To Synergize, a Simple View company, and they do great research about their specialty, which is conventions and meetings. And this panel discussion is going to delve into the world of large conventions and meeting, focusing on those top 250 largest rotating events. They're going to explore how DMOs can leverage data-driven insights to prioritize and rank event criteria, ensuring a strategic and effective convention sales strategy. Attendees will gain valuable insights into the future of these large rotating events, potential parameters for ranking convention business, and best practices for stakeholder engagement. They're also going to discuss how sales and research teams can work together to maintain momentum and drive success in securing these valuable events. And again, this is going to be a wonderful data-driven presentation on a topic that's not very common at TTRA. So we're so grateful for these wonderful panelists, who three of my favorite people in the industry. This is going to be a wonderful session on the first day. Another great session that's going to be on, I believe, on the second day, on the Wednesday, is going to be evolving target markets through data, culture, and customization. This one is going to be a real special one for everyone. And why is that? Because we're going to be talking about like really traditional ways of market research through qualitative and quantitative research, but also data-driven data mining for real-time data, actually mining into big databases, and all in the name of actually finding and best marketing to target markets. Defining target markets is no longer enough. Today's destinations must evolve them with agility and authenticity. This session highlights two case studies where data and cultural insight converge to guide more responsible and inclusive marketing. Travel Portland shares how ongoing visitor data and inclusive marketing how ongoing visitor data led to deeper qualitative research exploring motivations and barriers for Black and Hispanic travelers to coming to Portland. Portland. Their findings are shaping a campaign grounded on inclusive storytelling and strategic adjustments that resonate with communities of color. The person who is leading that on behalf of Travel Portland is Steve Cohen, who is their director of research, as well as Danny Guerrero from the Culturalist Group, two of my favorite people. We all worked together many a year ago, showing my age. Experienced Kissimmee is also in here with Frida doing a wonderful job. She's going to be demonstrating how flexible multi-source data approach, including variable weighting and dynamic postal code level configurations, can adapt market definitions based on real-time campaign needs. Attendees are going to walk away from this session with practical ideas for rethinking how they define and prioritize markets, incorporate cultural relevance into strategy, and use data to create a more adaptable and impactful campaign. So what I love about this one, Lynn, is that it actually is going beyond just like looking at one kind of research methodology or one's kind of data mining methodology. It's looking at multiple ways through that have been either are very recent in our field versus have been around for decades to really effectively market to these target markets that are really going to work for your destination.
Yeah, definitely. I'm Dr. Sarah Gardner, a professor of tourism at Griffith University in Australia. I look forward to joining you at the Tourism and Travel Research Conference in Ireland this June to talk about advanced tourism data analytics and how we can better manage and therefore manage tourism. Unlocking the power of data and using new indicators to measure tourism, moving beyond just economic to also look at the social and environmental impacts of tourism are really important. I'll share with you some international insights into tourism data analytics and particularly draw on some work we've been doing here in Australia in terms of developing long-term indicators for the visitor economy. I look forward to joining you in Ireland and sharing more on this journey with you.
Yeah.
We're so happy to welcome Sarah.
And I will say she's the only person that when we look at an annual, she had no changes to her submission. Her submission was absolutely perfect. And she's going to be wonderful talking about all the work she does with Australia. She is from academia as well, but she also kind of acts as a practitioner. So she's basically the best of both worlds for this audience. So we're so excited to be able to see her session.
This next session, Film Tourism, is going to explore the importance of the film sector in driving tourism with key stakeholders from the Irish film industry. They have quite a lineup that they've put together for this session, and I think it's really going to highlight so many tourism aspects for film. Especially, I can't wait to see some of the beautiful scenery that they show us.
And also with this one, notice it's also is all of Ireland. Is Ireland and Northern Ireland going to be represented on this panel? We always try to have a local panel session, and we'd like to thank the Galway CBB because they're the ones who put this all together for us. We think it's going to be truly representative of all of Ireland and really show the power of film tourism for both like getting the filming in there for that economic boost, but also the after effects where people are going to go and see your destination because they saw it in a beautiful kind of film, right, Lynn?
Right. Our Meet the Editor session, we have a video that we're going to show you. It's top editors from leading tourism journals sharing insights on publishing trends, research priorities, and how to successfully navigate the academic publishing process in tourism and hospitality.
Everyone. My name is Isabelle Fauchot. I will be attending the next TTRA International Conference in Galway in June 2025, and I will be running a session called Meet the Editors. The objective of this session is for participants to indeed meet several editors and be able to ask their questions and any interrogations they might have about their publications. This year, we're very fortunate. We have several editors joining us. From the Journal of Travel Research, we have Nancy McGee and Jim Petrick. For Annals of Tourism Research, we have Sarah Dolnica and Scott McCabe. For the Journal of Sustainable Tourism, we have Jialin Wu. And finally, for the Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Administration, we have Aaron Tam. This will be a very exciting session. Do join us.
And just to highlight again the journals that we're going to be hearing from: Journal of Sustainable Tourism, Journal of Tourism Research, Annals of Tourism Research, International Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Administration, and Journal of Responsible Tourism Management.
It can't all be journals though, Lynn. And so we do actually a closing reception. We're going back to having a closing reception on Thursday, which we haven't done in a number of years, but we're going to do it with style. And the closing reception is going to be at Anne Poucan. Anne Poucan is a famous traditional Irish pub just off of I Square in Galway. It features 200 varieties of Irish whiskey. Poucan refers to her traditional Irish fishing boat, honoring Galway's maritime heritage. So we're all looking forward to that. It's within walking distance of the hotel, so it's going to be a great location for a nice informal ending to our conference. And again, we have lots of videos that are coming out that are highlighting different sessions. We just didn't have time to include all those, but thank goodness for LinkedIn because those are still coming out with the different videos saying the talent from around the world that's going to be on stage, both from the practitioner and the academic side of our conference. But what's going to Ireland without having a little souvenir beforehand?
That's right. Show them.
There. So this shirt is we worked for many, many months to be able to get this shirt. So do not, there we go. 3 of us are wearing it. Here we are. Ways, there we are, Kathy and Elizabeth too. So what is the story of this shirt? It is not as scandalous as it might appear. The story of the shirt is this, is that when you look at the TTRA Galway logo for the conference, you're going to see a ship that has red sails. That ship is called a hooker ship. It is a traditional ship because when it is in Galway, there are a lot of sharp rocks and a lot of sharp winds. And so that smaller ship with the red sails is really good at navigating that for the people who are living there and in the maritime industry. To honor that, a beer company began called Hooker Beer, and they started and they're pioneers, I believe, of the Irish red beer. They are producers through Galway, and they support the community and all that. This was one of the first T-shirts they did that they allowed us to have. They allowed us to be able to print these T-shirts for TTRA, and a small portion of the proceeds does go to support TTRA, and they were able to put our logo on it. So I tried my first hooker. The hooker is a beer. It's your Irish red beer. It's the first Irish red beer you had in Galway. That is what this shirt is about. And again, with the connection with our logo, with the hooker sailboat for the logo, we love this shirt. This shirt is only available to people who go to the conference. The link has been sent on on email, I believe, Kathy, and we're also going to put it on the conference website. We think it's a fun shirt. It's a cute shirt. It's all in Kelly green. Sean, our president, wanted it all in Kelly green, and he'd like us all to wear it at the closing reception if possible. So I guess no one will miss us coming with our Kelly green shirts. But I basically have bought 80 of these and if you're a family member of mine, this is what you're getting for Christmas or a birthday in 2025. So hopefully we can have other people buying these. They're very cute. They're very comfortable. And we have ladies cut, we have regular men's cut, and we also have hoodies. So please think about it. It will be on the website for the conference.
I'm ready for mine to come in.
Yeah, Lynne is waiting for hers to come. We thank you so much for coming to this webinar. This will be put on the TTRA website as well. We know this is National Travel and Tourism Week, so we do appreciate it very much. And we just like to close by saying we know that there are things in the news that we don't want to see, and that's a reality. But now is not the time to turn from our international partners, and now is not the time to turn from our international colleagues, both within TTRA and without. This conference is going to be a wonderful place to have really fruitful encounters and conversations with people who will really help us strategically and advocacy-wise have a better future for both domestic and international tourism wherever we live. We're always happy to answer any questions that you might have. You know how to get a hold of us through Kathy Palmer, our executive director at TTRA. And we're so looking forward to seeing so many of you in Galway. We know that it's going to be a really exciting and wonderful conference where you learn a lot and you get to have a lot of fun in a beautiful place in June. Thank you so much.